Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and today I'm creating a video recording to help you, yes, to actually help you with programming exercises 4-6, 5-4, and 6-1. Why am I doing this? As I mentioned in class today, you guys are very busy, there's no doubt about that, but quite a few of you, really a lot of you are behind on all the programming exercises. And this upcoming Thursday is a critical day. I'm going to be giving you a practice exam, and I want you to focus on that this upcoming weekend. You obviously, again, in many cases anyway, have a lot of programming exercises from units 4, 5, and 6 to still do. But I'm going to demonstrate enough of these three programs, 4-6, 5-4, and 6-1, to give you an easy 100 on each, okay? All you have to do is take pictures when I tell you to take pictures, and actually, I believe most of you took pictures in class today, so as long as you were in class today, what I'm going to demonstrate now is exactly the same. And yes, in one class there was an issue with the 5-4, I believe it was, but my code was absolutely perfect. It's just, again, going through everything that I do. The programming test deck that I did wouldn't work for that one because I told you I was only going to give you a snippet, meaning I gave you the code for the ABC, little ABC and capital ABC letters to turn to telephone code number 2, which again I'll demonstrate now, but this time I won't include the demonstration that won't work, but everything will work. And you can earn hundreds on these programs just by doing what I'm doing and doing the challenges that I tell you to do. All right. Okay. So I'm going to now share my screen and get over to MindTap. I've already got MindTap open. So here we go. All right. Now I'm going to go to Unit 4 and go straight to 4-6. Code 4-6. Okay. And 4-6. I'm just going to read it again. As long as you were in class, you should have a good idea of what I did today, but obviously I didn't have a recording. I didn't make a recording of that. So this is just to help those of you out that want to do this. All right. So 4-6, the instructions are: a box of cookies can hold 24 cookies, and a container of cookies can hold 75 boxes of cookies. And again, each box holds 24 cookies. All right. This is the code I showed you in class. Right. So I'm going to pull this over. And if you did not take the pictures, please take the pictures first, and then I'll demonstrate this. So take a picture from line 1 to line 21, and you can see it looks like 21 and 22 are both blank. But this is exactly the same code I already let you take pictures of in class today. Anyway, so if you're going to take a picture, you have 10 more seconds. All right, try to make it to get lines 1 through line 20. If you want to get line 21, perfectly fine. That way you'll see it's an empty, like an empty row. And it looks like 22 is also an empty row. Okay. All right, so I'm going to assume you have that. So now I'm going to scroll down. And I want to go, and the reason there's a big gap here, by the way, is when I was doing this in class, I remember playing around with it in one of the classes just to make it go down further. So I think I just said that was, no, okay, yeah, that's why I did it actually, because I wanted to make sure that everything fit. All right, so just, let's see if I leave it like that. Oh, I got to skip those. So I'm skipping these, but you can at least see, you can still get 22, 23, and 24 are now blank though. So go ahead and take that picture now. Okay, and then I'll demonstrate what it's doing and tell you what you need to do to get 100 on this program. All right, which is not much more than what I've already done. All right, so 8 more seconds. Okay, so now you have the picture. So let's read the instructions again, and then I'll run the code. All right, so a box of cookies can hold 24 cookies, and a container can hold 75 boxes. So the first 2 code lines are declaring 2 constants. Anytime you see them give us an exact number for something, even if they don't tell you, they expect you to declare a constant. So we need to have a constant for number of cookies and a constant for you know, they're calling it number or container capacity, number of cookies anyway, and that. So declare the constants that I'm using. Number of cookies in box, and because they're constants, remember I always tell you on constants, type them all in capital letters and always separate the individual words if you have more than one word with underscores, not dashes. All right, so number underscore of underscore cookies underscore in underscore box, all capped. And then equal 75, and it is an integer. Okay, all the addition, all the multiplication, all the math in this is going to be integer math, which means we're going to be, because we only want to get whole numbers, and when there's anything left over, we are going to do modulus math, meaning the percent signs. So anyway, there's your two constants. All right, now we need an integer for number of cookies. So let's go down here. So write a program that prompts the user to enter the total number of cookies. So you see here, line 16, I'm saying enter the total number of cookies, and I'm then putting a C input statement for number of cookies. All right, so obviously that means I have a variable for it. And if you look above here, just underneath the constants in int main, remember the constants are declared above int main. Okay, right up there above int main. And then after the opening curly for int main, then int number of cookies, that's going to be number entered by user, meaning how many, the number we're using to do these calculations. And then number, and I'm assigning zeros to all of these because sometimes it's better, especially with integer and double float, if we were using float, you know, anything that's numeric, it's good to start with a 0 value, just because sometimes calculations get messed up when they use memory addresses, and they can get way messed up. So just start with zeros. So number of cookies is the number entered by the user. Number of boxes is going to be determined, you know, by the number of cookies divided by the number of cookies in a box. So that one's going to be number of boxes. So line 11, number of boxes as an integer, okay? And what is it? You're going to divide number of cookies by number of cookies in box, all right? So I'll scroll down. Remember, I'm on line 11 and 12 for seeing that line of code and the comment. The calculations start on line 20. So number of boxes equals number of cookies, what's entered by the user, divide by, that's the / number of cookies in box, and you know that is going to be that, okay? So that is what the calculation will be. I don't know what happened here. I must have done something, but that's obviously a code statement, so we need that semicolon. Shoot, so make sure you put your semicolon at the end of number of boxes, okay? All right, then modulus division to find out the number of leftover boxes, all right? So now that I've had you take pictures, I'm going to go ahead and delete this up so you can understand it better. So number of boxes, we now have the number of boxes. So we have a number of cookies, we got that from the user. We got number of boxes by dividing the number of cookies by the number of cookies in box. In other words, when I enter 100 as my first one, it's going to divide 100 number of cookies by number of cookies in box, which is 24. So 100 divided by 24, when it's integer math, will just return the number 4. 4 24s are 96. It will not return the fractional part, meaning the answer is really 4.16667, something like that. It's going to return 4 because it's integer. And then we're doing modulus math. So go down to line, so number 20 is the calculation. Number of boxes equals number of cookies, divide by number of cookies in box. Then the modulus division to find out the number of leftover cookies. So that is this one. Line 23, leftover cookies equals number of cookies again. So that's going to be 100, my first test. Percent sign, remember percent sign means modulus. Percent sign, number of cookies in box. Exactly the same formula as in line 20, but instead of a division, meaning a /, it's now going to be a percent, which means it takes the answer of this division, ignores it, but finds out what's left over, meaning what's the modulus or the remainder. So in this case, number of cookies is 100. Number of cookies in box is still 24. So 100 modulus number of cookies in box is 4, but not 4 the way the first one was 4. It's 4 because if you multiply the 4 from the division math for number of boxes in line 20, that gave us the 4. And that 4 times 24 got us to 96. So the remainder between 100 and 96 is 4. So this is taking the leftover modulus division, is taking the number of cookies 100 again, okay? Modulus, meaning the remainder of, if you divided it by 24, which would be 4, because 97, 98, 99, and 100, all right? And then you guys, move this back over a little bit, you have to do the same for number of containers. I tell you what it is. It's number of containers equal. Like here, it's number of boxes equal. Number of boxes slash. If I get rid of that, move that up there. I would do that there, but I took it down because I want your picture to be clear. That's what it's going to be, all right? So your formula is this. Number of containers equals that, okay? And then there would be container capacity. That's this one up here, okay? And then, of course, I'd need to also put the semicolon after the actual formula. But anyway, here is the formula. Leftover boxes equals, this one should not be that. Leftover boxes on with my little thing here. I'm not getting enough room. Leftover boxes equals number of boxes percent this thing here. Okay, so that needs the semicolon. Okay. I think I had this thing here run onto it. All right. So leftover cookies. Oh, I think I said you had to do it. That's why I didn't do that. Get that out of there. Well, you know what it says now, right? So number of boxes, you have to do this. Equals leftover boxes equals number of boxes, meaning the math right here, number of boxes in line 20 equals number of cookies, that. But you are taking the number of boxes, and then you're taking that percent again, meaning modulus, container capacity. Well, container capacity is 75. So if you get, as an example, 70, that's leftover because you don't even have one container, right? So I'm going to now take this thing away. Let's see. So I said you had to do it somewhere, and now it's gone. I think I just deleted it. Now I'm going to leave it there as that, okay? So calculations, number of boxes are right here. You do the same for number of containers, all right? That. And for leftover boxes, yeah. So that, and so now I'm going to roll this down and put that thing there again, slash, okay? So you do the same for number of containers equals number of boxes slash container capacity. And after that, and then that would be a semicolon, and then you would do leftover boxes equals number of boxes that. Okay, so you would put this one, you know, the and here is not ampersand and, it's just saying there's two different formulas for you to do here. Okay, all right, and then display results. The number of cookie boxes needed to hold the cookies is number of boxes. And then if there's a leftover, in the case of 100, there's a leftover of 4. Is 4 greater than 0? Yes, it is. So because the if condition is true, then I put leftover cookies, and then leftover cookies, which is going to be 4. Okay. And then come down to a new line, the number of containers needed to store the cookie boxes. That's from your calculations. And that will then be number of containers. Okay. So this will be wrong because number of containers is going to show 0 because you haven't done these number of containers calculations yet. So that's why this thing here will be wrong, which is part of the reason why you won't get an answer over here. All right. So you do that though, and it will work perfectly. So let's run it for the 2 test cases I said we would do. Move this back over, sorry. All right. So the warnings are because, again, I haven't done some calculations. I'm saying you have to do them exactly where you saw my comments. So total number of cookies, 100. Okay, if I do 100, it says the number of cookie boxes needed to hold the cookies is 4. Remember the cookie boxes. There's 24 cookies in a box, sorry. So I need 4 cookie boxes because 4 24s are 96. That's less than 100, so that's 4. And because it's less than 100, then the leftover cookies shows up as 4 based on the second calculation. Again here, leftover cookies. So here's number of boxes calculation, line 20. Leftover cookies calculation there, okay? And you guys have that. So, and then the number of containers is 0, but there's going to be a leftover. You guys need to do the leftover like I'm saying right here, line 24, line 25, I'm telling you what to do, right? You do the same for number of containers. I give you the formula. And for leftover boxes. And again, I give you the formula. You just have to do it. All right. Okay. So I said one more test would be 1,000. So let me run it this time with 1,000, and then this is done. So 1000. Okay. Number of cookie boxes needed to hold the cookies is 41. 41 times 24 is this number here. You see, 41 times 24 is 984. So 41 is the number of boxes. Well, you can't get another 75 because the number is only 1,000. So the modulus math for leftover cookies, cookies in this case, is going to be 16, because 984 and 16 is 1,000, and that's the number we put in. Okay. And again, though, the number of containers is wrong. It's 0. The calculation has to be done by you guys right up here. Just take out those forward slashes, take out the and sign, take out the you do the same for. You just started with number of containers equals. So you do this, down to this, over to number of containers equals number of boxes, divide by container capacity, and you'd have a semicolon after that y, and you would not have these two forward slashes, right? Okay, and then leftover boxes, the formula is number of boxes, percent sign this, and this one has the semicolon there. So just do that. Okay, all right, that's that one. And you've already had your pictures. So 5-4. 5-4. Again, 5-4, I demonstrated this in class today. It didn't work in class today because I forgot to tell you that the programming test deck that I did was from the code here. And the code won't work. Like here, if I go here to test decks, if I look here, they want me to do, let's look at test case 1. They want me to do Y, which means I want to run the program. So, and that will work. But if I type programming, it will not work because I am not accounting for PROGRMMING. I've only typed in this one. See, A, B, C, A, B, C. You know what I'm going to do is copy and add just one more so that you have a little bit more that you'll see. Okay, but it still won't work for programming because I won't have PRO. Let's see, DEF. I won't have any of these, DEF. Now, I still won't have any, but either way, that'll show you partly of what I want you to do. So you know what? Even though you took pictures of this earlier, I'm going to go ahead and copy this one. So from 28 down to 35, Control copy that. Enter to the left of the curly brace, the closing curly brace, and I'll skip a line and put this here. And what you have to do is just that. You copy from this one here, 28 through 35. You do not copy the curly brace nor the closing curly brace, okay? And then you skip a line just so that you can segregate your code and then paste it in. And then you're going to do this for each one of these, let me go back to the instructions. For each one of these things here. The one I did is for 2, you see? A, B, C small and A, B, C big, and they turn to number 2. So this one, I'm now going to turn to this one, D, E, F small, D, E, F big, and turn it to 3. So change this second A to D, change the B to E, change the C to F, and then change the big letters to D, and then a big E, and a big F, and change this coot to 3. Why? Because, so here is 2. A, B, C little and A, B, C big. We're accounting for little and big. You don't see A, B small letters here, but the program wants us to account for it. All right, so, and then the second one, the one I copied this, remember, 28 through 34. I just copied through there, through 35. Copied it, pasted it in, and then I changed A, B, C and A, B, C to D, E, F and D, E, F. D, E, F small, D, E, F big. You need these single quotes around all of these because these are chars, characters, not strings. And then you change the coot to 3 because 2 was for A, B, C. 3 is for D, E, F. Okay? All right. So back to the test decks. So the test decks, let's see what the next one is. Next one is cool code. The C would work, the C would work, the E would work, and the D would work, but the OO won't. And then the G at the end, by the way, is just for you to end the program. Also, what I'll remember to do is end the program. Okay? And on this one, let's see what the choices were. Y. Whatever I put in, I'll then do a Z to end the program, okay? So Y in that one, and and Y small in this one, Y big in this one, big, small, and then small g to end and small z to end. All right. Okay. I'm going to actually, you know what? I want you to take pictures first. If you already took pictures this afternoon in class, you're A-okay, but that's way too wide. So here's where I may have messed up earlier. But anyway, so I'm going to just enter here, okay, and do / to make that part of that comment. See, I just want to get rid of some of these things, okay. Let me also do this one here, enter that, / okay. All right, so that, and let's see, this one here is 2. I need to get rid of that. So after here, this is now a code statement, okay? So because it's a code statement, I want to make sure that I'm accounting for it. So I really need to do now, enter YY to convert a telephone. Oh, and I want this to be the right, whatever they're doing though, so I'm actually going to not change that one. I'm going to, maybe you can get a picture based on that. And then this is just a comment again, so I'll get rid of I'll add another for the comment. Okay, and everything else, yeah, it looks like turn letters. Let's see what this one says. Okay, so I'll get rid of that part, and again / because it's a comment. All right, so now there's still something that's sticking way out. Oh, okay, here, and that is the darn code. Shoot. Convert a telephone number from letters to digits. Okay, what I'll just do then is do it this way. I'll put this here, and then I'll do less than, and then I'll come here, and then double quote digits or any other letter to end the program. Hopefully that will work, okay? And then if so, then I'll have you redo the picture. But I'm just doing that so that, again, we got too much on online. What is going on? Where is, I'm wasting my time. I don't see anything here, actually. So why is that? Even though it's, you know what, let's see if I can just move this over. Yeah, now when I do that, it's gotten rid of that little, okay. All right, so let's do the pictures from here, okay? So the pictures for 5-4. Again, I promise this works, okay? And it did work earlier. It's just that I'm doing what I'm doing. All right, so go ahead and take a picture from line, let's call it line 1 to line 21. I can't move up anymore, which means I'm going to have to enter this one, and then go back. All right, so line 1 to line 22. All right, so take that picture, please. It is the same one as in class today, other than I just now changed the COOT up just a little bit so that more would show up here, okay, without making the window even too wide. All right, so I'm going to say 8 more seconds. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to go down to line 22. So 22, and if I just go to here, higher or lower, let's see. That's okay. I'm just going to, yeah. Darn, will drag down on me. Okay, so take a picture of 22 through 43 now. Okay, so 22 is an empty line. 24 is also an empty line. 27 is an empty line. This was from what I was doing earlier, I guess, but either way, it's fine. All right, so from 22 to 43. Okay, and I just showed you already now, so that was to 42, I think I said. What I did remember is copy from case A down to the break, and then I pasted it right here in line 43, and then I just changed the little a to a little d, the little b to a little e, the little f, a little c to a little f, and then the same with big ABC to big DEF, change the COOT from 2 to 3. Why? Again, I got to go to the instructions now to see. So instructions, because you have to do it based on all the numbers here except for 1. So 2 is the first one. I did that. And now I've done 3. You see the D3 is the COOT. The DEF I did in small and in large. And then you're going to, if you still had that same copy in your memory when you type it in your clipboard, so to speak, or just control copy it again, but do not go below that darn closing curly brace because that's the start of the switch. So make sure that you enter it a few times just to get it down, and then paste your next copy into here, and then make it for the GHI. So the coot will be 4. The little DEF or the little ABC, whichever one you copy and paste in, turns to a little GHI and then a big GHI. Okay? So anyway, that was, I don't know what I said now, darn it. I think I said through 22. So here we want 23. All right. So do from 23 now down to 43. And I don't know if I already said this. Sorry. If I did, just go ahead and do it again. Or if you're good with what you've got, then obviously that's perfectly fine. All right. So 23 to 43. 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. All right. So that's 43. So now I want to go to 44. Okay. Now here, this goes down to line 65. Again, I don't want to delete these extra lines because what's going to happen is it's going to pull other code into it that I don't want to, I just want to make your pictures easier so it has consistency. So that's what you need. Line 44 down to 65. If I delete some things, I may get something here that I don't want yet. All right. So 44 to 65, please. 8 more seconds. Okay, and actually it looks like I'm at the end. 65. Really, I could have done, okay, you know what? Let's see if I can delete that. That. So 44, I think I said. Yeah. So now you can just, if you want to redo that one, delete that picture. And now 44 to 64 ends it. Okay. So 44 to 64 ends it. So delete that previous picture. And 44 to 64 ends it. All right, now I'm going to run it. So I'm going to look at the test deck, okay? So the test deck tells us what? It says enter a Y to start it. I'm going to enter a Y, a capital Y, but I'm not going to do programming because it won't work. And it's going to then make it look like it doesn't work to you guys again. I'm going to use A, B, C, D, E, F letters, okay? So run. See here it says enter YY to convert. Let's make this over now. Okay, so enter YY. That's what they're doing with this capital Y. So they want me to test the capital Y. So I'm going to type capital Y and enter. Now it says enter a telephone number using letters. They wanted me to test programming with a capital P. I can't because it will mess, it won't work. And therefore it'll mess up the program. You're not going to see anything. So I'm going to do A through H. Well, H, B, and then a little a, little d. So that's head. And they have a bunch more words, a bunch more letters. So then I'll do head and deed, little d, E-E-D. So I'll pretend it's like that. That's head, deed. Maybe a couple more. B, B-E. And this one in caps, B-E. Okay, so I'll demonstrate this one. Okay, so it's telling us the number. Got to move this over to get all that number. 323333. Okay, it's actually 32. What happened on this darn thing again? Let's see. Enter a telephone number, head, deed, B. And it gave me, it's only supposed to give 7, but here it didn't give the 7. So let's see if I mess something up on the display. Enter any other letter to terminate the program. Oh, I got it. So first let me test that for you. So a little Z will end it. Little anything really except Y or Y will end it. So if it ends it, it goes back to this. So the little Z worked, the capital Y worked, but I couldn't test that word because of whatever. All right. So now let's see where my coot is going. So that, if it's less than that. To process another, enter any other letters. Let's look at my coots. Okay, so if it was a, well, let's look at it based on my letters. My first letter was a capital H. A capital H based on, I gotta go back over here, sorry. Instructions. Capital H, okay, is a 4. Okay, the 4 is, oh wait, I didn't do a 4. Oh, that's why. See? I typed head and deed. I can only go as far as F. There you go. That's the problem. Okay, so let's run it again. Okay. All right. And this is what happened earlier. So capital Y brings us to this. Now I'm going to type only A, B, C, D, E, F. So F I have to end it. So I'll say feed and a little d, and then B, little e, another big B. So that's feed and deed. And now I'll give you a B, the little b, little e. Okay, so now let's make sure I got, yeah, F is the highest, F. Okay, so this will now work. Okay, so there's the number 333 dash, oh, it's all threes, ironically. So F is a 3, it's DEF. And then E and E are E's, it's 3. D and the next D, they're also threes. So D and D. And then E and E. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Again, get the Z to get out, but I want to use some from both groups of numbers. Okay. So yeah, I'll do a little y this time. So little y, enter a phone number. So let's see, B, A, D. There, bad. B is 2, A is 2, and D is 3. If I just do these 3, by the way, it will work. I'm going to do one more letter this time. And I'll say E. Oops, E. Okay? So what it's going to type out as is B is 2, A is 2, D is 3. So it's going to be 2, 2, 3, and then it's going to put a dash 3. Okay? So 2, 2, 3, dash 3. Now let me go through the code to show you why it did that. All right. So, all right. I think I told you to take pictures. So while the response is a Y or a Y, that's just based on this enter Y or Y, big or small Y. I did that. So then you're entering all the letters at once. So you may say it's not really doing that. It is, because we're going through these character by character because of the loop. All right. So I typed B-A-D-E. So here's what happened. So first, the number of letters equals 0. That's the start. So after I said enter a telephone number, I typed in B-A-D-E, all small. So the B is number of letters 0. Okay, 0. So while number of letters is less than 7. Now less than 7 really means we're getting 7 numbers because we start at 0. So if you count on your fingers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 numbers. Okay. The first time it's gone now, I can't show you, but this time I only did 4 letters. Okay, so it stopped right there. All right, and here's why. So number of letter 0 translates to letter B over here on B-A-D-E. Okay, then so it incremented the number of letters from 0 to 1. All right. First, of course, it goes into the letter, but it is now at 1, but the number we're checking is 0. So it goes down here in the case. I've got a case for A, B, C, and a case for D, E, F. I typed B, A, D, E. So B was this case B, number line 35, because it was a small b. All right. And what is it? The coot for a little b is a 2. So it typed out the number 2 for number of letter 0. All right. Then it goes back. Well, so it comes down. It didn't have anything in this case. So the break passed this. So past that. Now it comes down to if number of letters equal 3. Well, it's not. Number of letters is 0 from this thing right here in line 25. So it's 0. So that's not true. Okay. Then it's going to skip. The sin.ignore just means if you have any spaces, skip them. No problem. Just go to new line. All right. And then this is not done yet because we're not at processing another telephone number or not. So it goes back to the top. Now, remember the number of letters is actually 1 now because in the code, number of letters in line 30 increments it to the second character. Second character means the index 1. So 0 was the B right here. And then 1 is the A right next to it. Okay. So the A is also number 2 because you see A, B, and C, they're all number 2. So this 2 here, the second 2, first 2, again, just is B. Second 2 is A. All right. So then right after we get this, it's also true. But before we got there, it incremented again. So now we're at the third letter, but because it's 0, 1, 2, it still won't equal 3. This 3 means the fourth character is what it amounts to. All right. So 3, 3. And if it's that, we're going to add a dash. It didn't add a dash because it's not that. All right. So it goes back to the top. Well, so it wasn't if, so it goes back to the top. Now it comes in as number 2. All right, because we added another C++. What was it called? We added number of letters plus plus. All right, so now up here it's the number 2. We're still in the Y, that's no problem. So we're doing now the third character. All right, so third character is the D on BAD. Now that's the third character, but again, based on the 0 through 6, it's 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we're not at number letters equal 3 yet. We're still 1 shy. So D though, go back to this thing here, and you see D is a 3. Or you just go down here, and you see there's no D in the first cases. All right, but in the second cases, yeah, there's a little d and a big D. So that translates to a 3 in the COOT statement. Okay, so it comes up to a 3. All right, goes back to the top. Now remember, we were 2. Now we're going to be 3. All right, so then here, sorry, go back to the top up here. So we did 0, we did 1, and now we have done 2 to get this 3. All right, so the next number of letters plus plus gets us to 4, but 4 is going to be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3 for number of characters, a number of letters. So is number of letters less than 7 still? Of course it is. So increment the number again. So now number of letters is up to 4, but we're doing the code based on number of letters equaling 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So in this case, if number of letters equal 3, it does, because it's 0, 1, 2, and then this one is 3. You might say, but there's a dash already. Yes, but look, so it's 3. So what's it doing? Line 54 inserts a dash, and then line 55 puts in the letter. So the 3 is the right number. Okay, it is the right number, but it puts in the dash because the if was true. So then it goes back to the top as number 4. And then 4 is still less than 7, comes down, and now it's looking for the last letter, the 4th, which is E. It's not in the first, it is in the second, so it's the number 3. So you see it worked perfectly. Okay, now for you though, you have to test it, and it will work, I promise you. You don't alter any of this. You just copy, the A through case A down to the break, or type it in, and once you have it in your clipboard, paste it in just below it. But remember, do not go underneath the closing curly brace. So paste it under it. I would suggest skipping 1 space. Then skip a space again, paste it in again. Now change these. Instead of DEF, look at the telephone to the left of you. It's now GHI. So make this one a small g, a small h, a small I, a big G, a big H, a big I, and change that to 4. So this one would then be 4. But I'm not going to do that much for you. I've already done plenty. Okay. And then you do the same for the 5. Make them little j, little k, little l, big J, big K, big L. Change the COOT to 4 if I didn't say on GHI, and now change it to 5 for the JKL. Do it again for 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and it will work perfectly, and you will get 100. Okay, 100. Now, if I run it one last time, okay, and now I'm going to show a bunch of big numbers. So first I'm going to put the Y, saying I want to play it, and now enter a telephone number using letters. I'm going to move this one over so that they don't roll. So I'm going to purposely have it over. Well, hopefully it's there. Oh, shoot. Where am I? Stop it. All right, Y. Now, I'm going to say here, but they've got to all be A, B, C, D, E, F. So I'm just going to say the word B like a B. And then the word dead like dead. Then the word seed. C-E-D-E, like to give something away, seed. Now that's a lot of letters, right? The program will stop after 7. So what it's going to give us is a 2 for the B, 3, 3, another 3, another 3, then a 2, then a 3, and it will not do the C-E-D-E at the end. Watch. Okay. So 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3. So the B is the 2. The first 3 is the first E. The second 3 is the second E. The dash is because now at this D, we're at number of letters equals 3. So it does the dash, then it does the letter. The letter is D, and D is also 3. Okay, then it's E. E is also 3. So it's the second 3 after the dash. Then it's A. Okay, A is the 2 here. And then it's D again, and D again is a 3. But you see the CEDE didn't work because it says while number of letters less than 7. And remember, it starts at 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's where it stops. It's 7 characters, but 0 through 6. Okay, so it doesn't do the CEDE at the end. Okay, so that will work perfectly for you if you run it. It won't run for me because I'm not able to test what they want me to test. All right, so it's giving me a 0, and if I want to look why, it's because I did not type in programming. It won't work if I do. Okay, then the second one, test case, second one. This one they want me to do cool code. So let me test it out, show you that I can do it with 2 different words, even with a space. That will work, but I can't do cool code because it's got an O and an L that I can't do. But I'll do B, like B, oops, B-E-E, and then a space, and I'll do D-A-D for dad. So B space dad. This will work, but it won't give me, it'll only give me 6 characters. Oh shoot, idiot. I got to do the Y first. Okay. Y, then I said B, and then a space on purpose. B, A, and D, just do it that way. Okay. So now it tells us it's 233 dash 323. So the first 2 is the B. The second character, the 3 is the first E here, meaning over here. The next E brings the next 3. So now we got 233. Okay, now we're on character 4, which is number of letters 3, because we started on 0. So the answer is D, which is a 3 right here. But remember, they do the dash first because the if statement says equal number 3, equal 3. Yes, it does equal 3. You may say it's 4, but no, it's 0, 1, 2, and here is 3. Okay. And before they do the sin with the letter, they put the dash. That's why the dash occurs before the 3. All right. All right. So this will be 100. Just do it and copy and paste more of those case statements in and use the test over here. Not the test, the picture over here to make sure you do the right letters in the right spots. So again, number 1 doesn't work. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 you're doing. I gave you 2 and now I gave you 3. So you got to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just copy, paste, and change the letters to the number and letter you're on. All right. All right. Done. Now 6-1. 6-1. 6-1. Code 6-1. Now this was the last one. This one, it did give me a 70, and that's because this one didn't have a test deck that was specifically limiting it. Like this is the test deck, entering these things up here where it says Madam, Abba, 22, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so you already have pictures of this yet again, but let's see. Let me have you do the pictures if you need it. Okay, if you don't want it, then that's perfectly fine. Why does it? So it goes up there. I don't like all that. So hard. What can I do? If I pull it backwards, will it? Nope. Dang it. Seems like if I bring it over, it should force it down, but it doesn't force it. Oh wait, it did force it down, didn't it? No, but not enough for that. Dang it. Can't move that one over anymore. Oh well, I'll have to do what I did for all the others. Change it again. So this one here, I'll make it go here. // delete. Got to be careful that I don't delete code. That. Here, if each string // This is not a good way. Put the thing there. Actually, I have to do it where the Y is. Slash slash. That. Convert it to. I'll get rid of it there. Slash slash. Obviously, a slash asterisk. Yes, it would work. But this obviously I only had 2 lines. And now it's just 100. They are slash slash. 100 if. After the if, that, slash, slash. So now you know it's going to be a lot of pages, but if you did it in class, then you're okay. You don't need to redo it. It will work. Okay, all right, so that one's done. This doesn't go over. Good, 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 good. Oops, this darn thing does. So function, slash, slash. So that part's there. And this thing here, against, and I'll come over after against, slash, slash. And then this one, oh wait, again, oh yeah, this one now, right? So here, slash, slash. And then after palindrome, slash, slash. Okay, that, and then you get another. It's always the darn comments. But, I mean, comments are important. That, right, and then this, another comment. First char and madam, second char and madam, yeah. So I'll make this one go here. Slash, slash, that, and then A, and then after second, that, slash, slash, that. Okay, so now that's it. So let's do the pictures if you need the picture. Shoot, no, it's not. Students, let's do it before students. I already, dang it all, wasting time. To do after to. In the, I'll do after the in. After done. You use after use. Slash slash. One more time. That. Delete. You can. Slash slash. That. But. That. Okay. All right, so now it looks like it's okay. All right. Again, this thing here is sliding over, but that doesn't matter. All right. Okay. So take a picture, please. Line 1 through line 20. Just say line 21. Okay. So line 1 to line 21. If you get line 22, you're going to get it again on the next one anyway, so don't worry about it. And I know it's only, you only see a bit of it there, but anyway, so line 1 to line 21, or if you want to get that part of 22, that's fine, but I'm going to, in 8 seconds, I'll go down to line 22 and move down, okay? 8 seconds, I think I already said 8 seconds, but I'll wait again. Okay, that's to line 21, so now I'll move it down to 22, 22, let's see, 20. This one will be full this time. Okay, so now 22 to 42. Okay, 22 to 42. Take a picture, please. Again, if you got it earlier, it works perfectly fine. It's exactly the same, just like all the others were exactly the same. But I just keep having to, for some reason, move my comments down. I mean, I'm not saving any of this, but I thought it auto-saved, so I don't know why it's every time I'm having to do it. But anyway, all right, so that's 22 to 42. I'm going to assume you got that now. So let's go down now to 43 to 63. So 43 to 63. Okay, 43 to 63. Remember, I am using a function in this one, or they're using a function and wanting us to use a function. So 43 to 63, 8 more seconds. So we probably got a few more pages based on all the silly if, coot, else, coot, if, coot, else, etc. Down. Anyway, so that's enough of that one. So 63, so now let's go to 64. 64 is that. 64, say 64 to 84, okay? 64 to 84. We're down in the Boolean, the function definition now. 64 to 84, 8 more seconds. 8 more seconds. All right, so now I need 85 to whatever. 85. All right, so here, try to only get 85 and lower, okay, because 84 you've already gotten, and that would be it. So 85 down to 101. If you get the others, just when you're typing, don't type the same line twice, especially if it's a code, not a comment. Comments you can type a million times if you want. All right, okay, that's done. Now, I showed you this one earlier too. Every one of these I demonstrated, and I promise you they will give you 100s if you do the little bit of extras that you have to do in the first one. Okay, the first one you had to do the 2 upper. The second one, it'll give you the hundreds if you do the copy of, you know, the ABC and then big ABC and the coot with number 2 and the switch, you know, the cases for the first part of the switch. Copy it down to the break and the semicolon, and then paste it under it, but do not paste it under the closing curly brace. Anyway, and then this one here, so you have to do that part. And then this one here, you have to just do converting the chars. So these lines here, you just need to basically make them things here, make them go into upper or lower case, your choice. One or the other, you don't do both, and then you'll get a perfect 100 on it. So if I run it here, okay, Madam has to be lowercase to be a palindrome. ABBA has to be lowercase. And it is, of course, I'm hard coding all this. It'd be much better to do it with C inputs, but I wanted to give them exactly what they want and without having any problems with it. And this for sure, they'll take it because that's what they want. And here, just the number 22 hard coded, then the number 444244 hard coded. This is the only one that's not a palindrome right now because the first, so palindrome, remember, it's the first letter or the first character matches the last character. In this case, 4 matches 4. Then the second character is paired up against the second last character. Again, 4 and 4, so it works. And then there's only 2 characters left, and they don't match up, so therefore it's not a palindrome. In the case of 2, 2, it's only 2 characters, but the 2 matches the 2. Okay? And actually, it's this part, though. So that 2 matches that 2. Oh, darn, messed up again. This 2 matches that 2. All right? For ABBA, it's again this thing here. That's the palindrome part. So the first character A matches the last character A. The second character B matches the second last character B. That's a palindrome. Madam is an odd number. So the first letter M matches the last letter M. The second letter A matches the second last letter A. Anything that's odd, any number that's odd or characters that are odd, they both match up. So it ends up being MA with the D and then backwards MAD with the D. Okay? So even or odd, they work. That's how they work. All right? Okay, so if I run this one, it's just going to give us the answers. That's all this is. This is, again, hard-coded. But Madam is a palindrome. That is true. ABBA is a palindrome. That is also true. They're coming up because I'm just doing coot statements as part of the logic. The next one, 2, 2, that's also a palindrome. 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4 is not a palindrome because this third character B, third character 4 doesn't match with the third last character 2. So it's not. And then 6, 8, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6 is 6. The first 6 matches the last 6. The second letter, second character 7 matches the second last character 7. And then the one in the middle, if it's a middle one, it's odd, it's by itself, but it counts. So 6, 7, 8 going forwards for 3, and then 6, 7, 8 going backwards from the end is 6, 7, 8. And same with try, MEU, EMYRT is, so the last T matches with the first T. The second character R matches with the second last character R. The third character Y matches with the third last character Y. The fourth character is a M. It matches with the fourth last character M. The fifth character is a E. It matches with the fifth character matches with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fifth last character E. And then it's an odd number again, so the U goes with both. So it's try me U, and then going backwards, if you can read backwards, try me U. All right, so that's what it does. Just to let you know why you got to do the 2 upper. If I then change Madam, not Madam, it's got to be one of the M or the A's. If I make the A a big, okay, and it has to be where you're in the function. That's the function. So now the second character is a capital A. That doesn't match with the little a. So this will not be a palindrome. So now it's going to go to the yes, and this one is not. You see here, Madam is a palindrome, but here, and I'm not changing the spelling of it here. I'm just to demonstrate to you that this is what it's looking at, and it will not be a palindrome. Run it. Madam is not a palindrome. So that would fail the test. So you won't get the 70% with that one. So I'm going to fix it again, make that A. So now, if I go over here and I test it, wait, test it is in this one, run checks, okay? It'll give me a 70 for what I've done, because I already demonstrated this with you guys, so I know it. See, it's 70. And then to get it better, I have to be able to pass the second check. And this one here, you see now they've got, wait, not that one, sorry. Oh, the next one, maybe? No, where's the next one? Anyway, there is a next one where you got to do it by caps. Let's go back here where it told me. Yeah, this part. Modify the function is palindrome. The function, remember, is this thing at the end. This is the function definition. So now you got to modify that so that when determining whether a string is a palindrome, case is ignored. Not cases. Case meaning capital letters versus small letters. That is, uppercase and lowercase letters are considered the same. So to do that, I already told you, you come down here in your function definition, and you have to do where it's telling you you're getting ch1. You're getting a char. Okay, I already explained this, by the way, in class and in my another video. So I'm not going to go through this again. I want to end this. It's already 57 minutes. I tried for 45. But anyway, what it's doing is chapter 1 is starting with string I, ch1, sorry, starting with string I, meaning the first char in Madam. So that's M, okay? And then ch2 is taking the length. The length of Madam is 5. M is 1, A is 2, D is 3, A is 4, M is 5. So then it says string length, which is 5, minus 1, so it's now 4, minus I starts at 0, okay, where we have our int I equals 0 up here. So it's starting at 0, which means it'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but the length is 5 because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anyway, length is 5, minus 1 is 4, okay, 4. And then minus I is 0 at this point, so it's still 4. So is ch2, where it's got this value 4, the same as this one, where it's got the value M? And yes, M here is the same as this M at the end, because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 5 minus 1 is 4, and minus I is 0. So 4 minus 0 is 4. And this is 4 in the programming world, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 0 in the programming world, the first character. All right? All right. So that's that. Have a great day. Please submit these things and get your hundreds. All right.